Hello, group number 21. My name is Melissa Espina, and we are back on a new section of the English conversation class. Today is our sixth meeting, and I'm so happy to see you again. I just want to know how are you and how was your Holy Week. So let's start with Carol. Carol, how are you and how was your Holy Week?
Hello, I am very well, thank you. And in the last week, I could study and do the works of the university and prayed too. And I watched uh, some videos on religious videos about the sacred week and I could buy things for my house, and it was a relaxed week.
Oh, super nice. So you rest a lot and you were always like so reflexive and thinking about God's uh, moments when He was here at in the earth. So excellent, Carol, and nice to see you again. Sandra, how's everything? How was your week? And how are you?
Hello, everyone. How are you? I am fine, thank
Fine.
you. Okay,
Well, it,
the Holy Week, I was studying and working, playing in my classes, and no more in my house with my daughter, no more.
okay, super nice. But your daughter is not at USA.
What?
You don't have a daughter in the United States?
My daughter lives with me. My son lives in United
Ah,
States.
your son.
Yes.
You have a daughter and a son. Okay. And how is everything there? I mean, about the coronavirus and all those things. What they say?
What teacher? El
Like
internet está
how's
intermitente.
every okay? That how's everything there with the global problem of the coronavirus? How's everything
Yes.
there in the United States? Have you talked with your son?
In United States, it's very complicated because the people don't have uh, a cute.
Oh my God. I was looking on the news. I was watching the news in the at the noon time, and it was like Donald Trump didn't let on time, like the medicine and all those secure stuff, like had the right way, the right things to make to face this pandemic. But when hope everything goes better and pray God that everything is gonna be fine with your partners. Thank you,
My, my
Sandra. Now
sister,
Diana
my sister is a nurse.
is a nurse there in the United
Yes,
States.
yes,
So
and
she
she
works.
is very sad with this situation.
It's a hard situation. It's a hard
Yes,
situation, and those person like doctors and nurses and people that are involved with the medicines, it's like they are facing by real this problem. We just listen the news, but they are the ones that are over there in the battle day by day, looking people dying, and some of them just fighting for their life. So I think it's hard. But well, pray God that everything could be better and He always has the control. So thank you, Sandra, and let's listen. How are you, Miss Diana, and how was your Holy Week?
thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry,
I'm fine.
I want to know something. Sandra and Diana, you have your camera off because I cannot see you. Turn on your cameras and encienda sus cámaras. And Diana, I listen to you, sorry.
Okay, don't worry. And I very well in my house with my family. And in the last Holy Week, I stayed at my house. I'm preparing my class for the next week. And I was to preparing the work, the job for the university. And I don't know, I shared with my family and watching TV and eat and the lunch and dinner all time with my family.
Okay, thank you. It's like all of us are with our families, and even when it looks like we are doing always the same, I think that we can find like good things in daily activities. So, girls, nice to see you again, and nice that you are here on time. And let's get our best attitude to learn a lot from this class. So, let's start reviewing about the last class. We were talking about the IELTS speaking exam, and I know that all of you before come here watch a video about an example that you were able to watch about how um, is like the type of exam, or how is the way people face this kind of exam. So I'm gonna start giving you like a review, and then I'm gonna let Carol, Sandra, and Diana the opportunity to give me a summary, a really quick but a complete summary about what you learned from the video that show example. Listen, I'm not asking you to tell me like the dialogue, no, but what tips you get or you infer from the video that you watch, okay? Like, okay, Melly, I watched this video and I think that I have to take into account this tip and this tip in order to develop into the right way the first step of IELTS exam. So let's remember that the IELTS exam is an speaking exam from Cambridge, and also an is scored from 0 to 9. So the first thing they are gonna check from you is your fluency and coherence. The last class I was telling you, like many people acquire the fluence and maybe the way the speed. I mean, they speak really fast, but they are not coherent. They don't have coherence on their ideas. And remember that IELTS speaking, the IELTS is trying to find you into a correct speech, but also into like um, that your ideas make sense. So that's so important. 0 is the less score, and 9 is the high score you can get from that exam. You know that this kind of exam don't take more than 15 minutes. It's not a long exam, but it's a heavy exam. It's like you are always feeling the pressure about what you have to do or what you have to respond, and that's basically what you need to take into account. I was telling you that you don't need to worry if you made a mistake. Even if you make a mistake, but you continue with what you are saying, you will be good grade. Okay? It's not like if you say, "I sorry, I'm gonna repeat." That's not really a problem. What is important is that you becomes able to develop a conversation, right? So they are gonna check from you your lexical vocabulary, the grammar, the pronunciation, and as I told you before, the coherence and the fluency, right? Uh, do you understand what I mean? Let me know yes or no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, we were explaining like the exam is divided into three parts. The first one, that is the one that we are gonna practice deeper today, is the one that is about familiar topics and it's basic on questions. Like the examiner is gonna do question for you and the person or the participant just answer, but uh, he needs to answer, or she or he needs to answer into a front away. It's like you have to answer specific what they are asking you. So there is a tip for you to develop into the correct way the following questions. And it's that you give one or two details of the questions that they are doing, and then we can go to the other question, right? So you have 5 minutes to answer, and the idea is that you project yourself like you were comfortable, right? And fluence. So the first main tip for you is get relaxed and don't be nervous. I know that it's hard sometimes to like to control ourselves, but it's necessary because sometimes we have everything organized on our minds, and then when we are gonna speak, we are like worried, and that make me to freeze, and maybe then I cannot like express everything as well as I want or as well as I prepare. The second one is a part that is trying or that wants for you to describe a place, a person, or a situation. So you receive a card. Remember that I was giving you a card with some information or a specific question, and then you will have 1 minute to prepare on your mind the ideas, and then you will have 2 minutes to talk about that topic. Okay. So in that moment, things that are gonna help you are specific questions that you can find on the cards. Some of them, not all. So the idea is that you explain the topic, but into the correct way. Connectors are really important on the on the when you are preparing a speech. And the last part is related with the topic with the topic that you were talking before in the step 2, but it's the same way from step 1. Okay, it's about questions and answers. So we were giving you a like a tip that is called area. That is the ones that you can use to answer in a complete way. So you give the answer, you give reasons, you give example, and you give like ideas and things that you have to do. Okay, alternative. So you give answers, you give reason, examples, and alternative about the questions the examiner is doing to you. Now, my question for you is, everything is clear about the IELTS and its parts? Is everything clear? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
It's very clear, teacher.
Okay. So listen to me. The next part for you is the following. Carol is gonna give us a quick summary about what you learned from the video that you watched. Like, okay, Nelly, I catch these tips from the example that I watched on the video. So I want to listen to you.
Okay, it was a video about an example of the speaking part of the exam. And the examiner asks some topics related with personal information, like if she was studying or she was working, and what kind of working. And then he did some questions about the activities that she had in the weekend, and the activities that she likes, and about the cinema, the movies, about the movies. And I can deduce that it's important to do complete ideas, to do complete sentences. Don't talk much or give short answers. And it's important use a high level of vocabulary, and it's important comprehend the questions, and listen very well the person that is asking the questions.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Carol. You were doing an excellent and really quick and prompt summary. So let's listen to Sandra, what she learned and what she got from the video.
Okay, teacher. In the video, he explained, the examiner explained the way to ask the woman. He did 15 questions. The name, the ID, where is she from? What does she do? Work or study? Different question, and the question must long answers.
Okay, thank you, Sandra.
Okay.
And I want to listen, Diana, in order to start.
Okay, teacher. And the video was about the first part of the IELTS speaking exam. And in this video, the interview asked the woman about herself and asked a personal question, and then asked a question about what she did in her daily life and why she showed the career she was studying, and finally what she did on the weekends, and no more, and then continue with the second part, the interview.
Okay, excellent, Diana. Great job. So, first, you are really clear about what you have to do now. So, listen, I'm going to explain really quick the way we are going to work today. As we were working the last class, I'm the one in charge to do the questions. But in this case, you are not going to able to see the question. You just listen to the questions, and on your screen is going to appear the chronos with the time, okay? So I have a question for you. How many times you have in the step number 1? Who remember? How many times you take in the step 1? How
The
many
next.
minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Excellent, Diana and Carol. 5 minutes, and you use 5 minutes to answer the whole questions and all the things that you have to work on. So in this moment, I'm gonna share with you my screen with the time, and on my cell phone I have the questions that I'm gonna do to you. So if you see me looking down, it's like that I'm not paying attention to you. It's that I'm looking at the questions, right? But I'm listening to you. Okay, here you find the chronos with the time. Let me check over here. So are you able to see my screen now? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So remember that you
Yes.
will have 5 minutes to answer the questions, and the amount of questions you are able to answer. The I mean, like what the examiner wants, the number of questions examiners want to do to you is approximately like 12-15 questions, but it depends also in how you long take answering each one of them. I expect from you that you give me organized answering and taking into account all the tips that I always give you in my classes about taking into account the connectors and organized idea and answer with calm. It's not about who run fast or faster. It's about who do it good, right? So I'm gonna start with Diana. Okay. So hello, good evening.
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Well, I'm fine, thanks God. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you. I really want to know what's your name.
My name is Dayana Huitrago.
Okay, Diana, and where are you from?
I'm from Bogota, but in this moment I live in Puerto Gaitán, Meta.
Okay, that's fine. So now in the first part, I would like to ask you a few questions about what you do. So the first question for you is, um, what work do you actually do?
Okay, in this moment I work in a school. I am a primary school teacher. In this moment I work with the grade 4.
Okay, and what do you enjoy most about your work? What's your favorite part of your work?
My favorite part on my work is shared with my student because it's very fun when and they ask me question or them and tell me about your families, about your hobbies, about your um, I don't know what occurring in your family or with your compare classmate.
Okay, that's really good. And is there, well, I see that you are happy on your work and your what you actually uh, works or do. But let me know something. If there any other work that you would like to do in the future?
Mm, I don't know. I don't see another occupation because I I working in this world mm, from since 70 years, and it's all my life in this moment, and I like very much working to the children and younger and between 6 and 12 years. I don't know, like working with the teens, and I
Oh,
prefer a children.
okay, that's nice. So you are always looking yourself being a teacher. Really cool. Now I would like to move on and ask you about your free time. So what type of activities do you prefer to do on your free time?
Okay, when I have free time, I like to go to the cinema with my family, and I like to eat and outside, and I like very much the Chinese food and fast food, and in this moment I don't know have a free time because the university and occupied all my time.
Okay, feel you. That's really that's the real life. So let me know something. Do you think? Well, I think that you already answered, but actually, you think that the people have enough time? If I mean enough free time?
The other people, teacher?
You think people I mean, it's a general question. Do you think that people have enough suficiente free time?
In this moment, no.
Why?
But my work and my study and occupied all my time because I prepare the class and I to do the work for the university, and in my home I I have to attend my son and my husband. It's complicated in this moment.
Yes, free time is complicated nowadays. Okay. Finally, I want to move again to a different topic, and I want to discuss about magazines and newspaper, right? So my question for you is the following one. Do you think reading a magazine or a newspaper can help you to learn a language? Yes or no? And
Yes,
give me the reason.
yes, yes, because when I read different news, I learn a new vocabulary and structure, grammar structure for the new language. I think it's very important.
Okay. Thank you. Excellent. You take exactly 5 minutes. Thank you,
Thank
Diana.
you.
Excellent
Thank
job.
you, teacher.
Well, let's stop here and let's go with Carol. Carol, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
The same. On the screen, you are gonna be able to see the time. Remember that if I'm looking back, it's because I'm reading some questions for you. It's not. It's like I'm not paying attention. No, 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 it's not that. So let's start. Dai, close your microphone, please. So let's go with Carol and Carol. Well, let's start. Give me a second. Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, I would like, what's your name? I would like to know what's your name.
My name is Carol Blanco Bernal.
Okay, Carol, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, well, let me know where are you from?
I am from Piedecuesta. It's a city very close to the city of Santander.
Oh,
Santander is the capital of, is a department of Colombia.
wow, that sounds really cool. Well, nice to meet you. And in this first part, we are gonna start doing questions, few questions about daily activities, but also about life and about yourself. That is what is the most important thing. So, let me know what are you studying?
I am studying a bachelor in English, English like foreign English, foreign language,
Okay, let me know something. Uh, why did you choose that particular career? What's the
because
reason?
because it's important to me learn more languages, and I had the opportunity to start in this language, and it's very good. This language likes me very much, and I want to learn more and can teach this language to the students very well.
Okay, Carol, and based on that, what job would you like when you have complete all your studies? Where you see yourself? What kind of work?
Uh, I I like to I would like to work in this language. I would like to be a teacher in different institutions, in primary or in high high school. I would like this.
Okay, really good. So I just want to move on and I want to ask you some questions about another topic. Let's talk about your dreams. Do you dream much at night?
Dreams to accomplish in the future,
No,
or
about when you are sleeping, you dream a lot or not?
yes, I dream a lot. Every day I dream something with different
Seriously?
meanings. I dream with animals, with the things that happen in the day or in the news or with people that I know, different dreams.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. So, based on the same topic, um, do you think that the dreams that you have comes true?
Uh, uh, I don't know, but had I have had some dreams that symbolic, are like a signs of things that happen in the future. Like
Okay.
when I dream with animals, or like cats, or like birds, or fantastic animals.
Wow, really cool. So moving on again in another topic. I have a question for you about magazine and newspaper. Do you think reading a magazine or a newspaper can help you to learn a new language? If you say yes or no, tell me why, please.
Yes, yes, because when we read, we learn vocabulary, the structure or the grammar, and learn about the how to express better the ideas, and how to maturate the form of expressions. Is very good to learn. I would like to learn a lot in English, but in this moment I am reading child stories, but I had to start to reading this kind of readings of in the papers or in the research articles.
Okay, excellent. I was trying to show you that the time is over, but you did a great job, Carol. Thank you for giving us information. You take
Thank
5
you.
minutes 40, 38. Excellent. Now let's do the final part with my friend Sandra. Sandra, are you there?
Hello, teacher. I am here.
Okay. So Sandra, you know already the activity. Just let's start. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
You know you don't know me. Remember that you don't know about me. I'm the examiner now. How are you?
Very well, and thank you. And you?
Uh, I'm fine, thanks God. Thank you for you to ask. I really want to know what's your name.
My name is Milena, Sandra Milena.
Okay, Sandra, and where are you from?
I'm from Colombia. I live in Medellin, but I don't live in the city. I live far the city in a town.
Okay, thank you for you to let me know about yourself. So, and that's fine. Now, in the first part, I would like to ask you a few questions about yourself. So, well, let's start. The first question I want to do to you is let's talk about your hometown or the city where you grow up. So, I want to know, like, if it is had changed much since
Se paralizó ella, ¿cierto?
Sí, yes.
Oh, siempre me pasa a mí. Ah,
No se preocupe.
Sure.
no, cuando estaba más concentrada. Ay, no, Dios mío.
¿Qué
Es que
hacemos?
está lloviendo mucho en todas partes por allá, ¿no?
Un poquito.
Aquí no mucho.
Ah, por aquí está lloviendo mucho y escucho mucho la lluvia, entonces tengo que estar como así, escuchando que... Ay, qué pesado.
La vez pasada también le pasó a la profe.
Pero dice que Melissa está grabando todavía.